Hey guys, I'm Vaishnavi and today I'll give you a review of the book The Upside Down King Unusual Tales about Lord Rama and Krishna. This book is written by Sudha Murty. Basically, this book is divided into two parts. First part tells story from Lord Rama's lineage and second part tells story from Lord Krishna's lineage. So basically, this book is a mythological book, and if you like mythology, you should read this book. But if you don't like to read mythology and don't even know about who was Lord Rama or Lord Krishna, you should not read this book because this book is full of mythological stories. So my favorite story in this book is The Promise is a Promise. This story is about King Harishchandra from Lord Rama's lineage. He was a very truthful and nice person who helped everyone and who was a promiseful person who always fulfilled his promise. So once there was a conversation going on between Lord Indra, Sage Vasishtha and Sage Vishwamitra, that who was the truthful king and who was the king who was who helped everyone and who was liked by everyone in his country or like the kingdom. So the answer was proudly given by Sage Vasishtha that his student Harishchandra was the king who was promiseful, truthful, and loved by his all people. So at that time, Sage Narad came and he wanted to have some fun. He just said something to Sage Vishwamitra, that something that made him angry. So he just challenged Vasishtha that what if he proves that Harishchandra is not always truthful and promiseful? So what will he do? Vasishtha said that if this happens, he will just renounce his position as the teacher of Shivakavansh, Shivakavansh. So, and Vishwamitra said that if he wasn't able to prove that Harishchandra was not truthful and was not promiseful always, he will give half his good deeds to Harishchandra and make him so much popular, and he will be known as the truthful Harishchandra to everyone. So the challenge was on. Once Harishchandra went out for hunting, but with some minister and soldiers, but he was lost and he wasn't able to find his soldiers. So he wanted to take some rest. He saw a sage's house, that was house of Sage Vishwamitra. So he just went in, and when he was going back to his palace, he asked Sage Vishwamitra to take a gift from him. Sage Vishwamitra asked him to marry his daughter. So he politely denied that because he had a wife named Taramati and they both had a son named Rohitsava. So he just declined that offer. Then Sage Vishwamitra just asked him to give him all his kingdom and some specific amount of money, what he wanted. So Harishchandra accepted it and he just went off. He told this to his wife and son, so they just both all started taking the clothes or some things for them, and they just all of three went to Kashi, and they all three sold themselves for money. The money which was there from selling themselves was given to Sage Vishwamitra. So Harishchandra was bought by a person who did all the last recites of dead person, and Taramati and Rohitsava, they both were bought by an old couples who just wanted to Taramati to help them in doing chores and other houseworks, and Rohitsava would also help them. So once Rohitsava went to just cut trees for burning fire, a snake bit him off and he died. This was just an illusion for Taramati, Harishchandra and Rohitsava, the whole family. So he just was dead. When this news came to Taramati, she just ran off, took leave of the old couple, and she just ran off to see her son, and she took his dead body and wanted to do last rite. But she didn't have any money. She saw Harishchandra there only, he worked there. So she pleaded Harishchandra that they should do the last rite freely without costing any money. But Harishchandra was bounded. He had to take money from Taramati, but Taramati didn't have money, so she just left off. And when she was going back home, she saw another boy who was just even though they both were little bit same, Rohit Sawa and that boy. The boy was the prince of Kashi, and he was murdered by some thieves around. When Taramati saw him, she just kept Rohit Sawa's side, and she just started crying by seeing the boy. Some soldiers came. They thought that Taramati was the murderer of the prince, but she wasn't. Now, then everything turned black, and when all the three just got up, they saw Sage Vishwamitra in front of them. Sage Vishwamitra told Harishchandra that you are the one of the most greatest king ever he had seen, and he was giving him half his good deeds to him, and he will be popular and will be loved by everyone. Then Harishchandra just accepted it. So this was one of the stories from this book. But if you like to read another stories from this book, you should buy this book definitely if you are interested. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.